I don't know. Ask her. She's the coordinator. I was holding a clipboard when I heard the voice from about 10 feet away at 8 a.m. on a sunny Saturday morning. It was August 2013, and I was the first of my team at the largest outdoor venue of my city to meet our event sponsors loading in for the day. I was 23, and I was terrified. I'd spent the last 3 months at my first real job out of university, an arts organization that runs a Bollywood festival, a festival I was excited for, but also fully dreading. My heart was excited because we had a really cool concert planned and we were expecting thousands of people, but my body was dreading it because I was about to work a 16-hour day on my feet, which I wasn't entirely sure my body could do. It was actually exactly the kind of thing I'd always avoided. I was born with central core disease, or CCD, a rare neuromuscular disorder where the mitochondria in my muscle cells is depleted. There's less of it to convert food into energy, so I can convert energy into strength. So I have to work harder at things most people take for granted. When I was born, I didn't have the strength to move my limbs and spent my first 2.5 months in the neonatal intensive care unit. I was poked for blood tests, had a muscle biopsy done on my thigh, experienced cardiac arrest, and was baptized because doctors didn't expect me to live. My diagnosis of CCD didn't come until my early 20s, so until then, my body was a bit of a mystery to doctors and definitely to me. My biopsy as a baby was inconclusive, so the only thing we knew was my muscles were weak. In elementary school, kids would run around at recess or swing between monkey bars or carry stacks of textbooks at a time, and I'd have no explanation of why I couldn't do any of that. From elementary school and far into my 20s, I'd rarely reveal my disability. I resisted accepting extensions or accommodations in high school and university, and I'd mostly try to hide my struggles or play them off. I hated showing any kind of muscle weakness or difference in front of anyone. When I was finally diagnosed with CCD in my 20s, I learned my muscle strength is 33% of the average person my age. Not 33% less strength, just straight up 33%. A spectacularly failing grade, finally assigned to what felt like my ability to do literally anything. Nobody had ever quantified it to me before, so not only was I surprised to hear that, I was mad. I'd lived 20 years with no explanation of why everything was so hard, but now I had an explanation, and it almost felt worse. I wondered, what kind of life can you live on 33% strength? It took me years to realize, but it turns out, a pretty great one. And it took me years to realize that the body I always thought was holding me back is the same body that's carried me through. My feet were poked over and over for blood tests in the NICU, but also helped me win medals in tap dance competitions. My legs have a scar from my biopsy, but also climbed part of a Chilkoot Trail in BC with my family and walked all over Vegas with my friends. My heart went into cardiac arrest as a baby, conveniently at the moment the doctor was beside my incubator, but also has so much empathy and love. There are parts of my body that have felt like an uphill battle, but it's those parts that have made my whole self strong. I may have 33% strength, but I have 100% spirit. I also realized we all have parts of ourselves or parts of our lives we can't control that we might feel are holding us back. Maybe it's a physical or mental health condition, or a family or financial situation, or a breakup. Maybe it's temporary, or maybe it's not. But hiding or ignoring it doesn't help us move forward. When I was 23, working my first festival, out of 13 festivals so far, I should add, I was hiding my CCD as much as I could. 10 years later, I'm accepting it and working on learning this lesson. Embrace whatever makes you. You can run from it, you can resent it, and you can grieve the ways you feel it limits you. But when you finally face it, you realize how strong you are and that you can do things you never thought you'd be able to do. Things like working a 16-hour day, or running a festival, or, after over 30 years of trying to hide your disability, making a video like this one.